Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Seafair 2020. I'm Ken Curtis. I'll be your host tonight, and it's going to be interesting because this is the first time we've ever done this virtually, so we got a lot of good things planned.
Ken, what are you doing?
I'm hosting Seafair. You know, it's virtual this year. What's the problem?
You're not supposed to be in Blue Cavern. You're supposed to be in front of Blue Cavern.
Oh, well, that does complicate things a little bit. How much time do I have?
Just a couple of minutes.
Alrighty, I will do my best to get down there quickly. Be down in a jiff.
Voila! And to complete the ensemble, I'll be trading my dive mask for one of these masks, because at the Aquarium of the Pacific, we do follow all the CDC guidelines for COVID-19. But by the way, the penguins have said they know a shortcut back to Blue Cavern, so we're gonna see if they can lead me there and know what they're talking about.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
Okay, fellas, I got it from here.
Welcome, thank you very much. I'm thanking an empty hall, it's just a soundtrack. By the way, I mentioned a moment ago that here at the Aquarium we follow the CDC and State of California guidelines for dealing with COVID, and since I'm alone on this stage and our mask-wearing production crew is roughly 20 feet or more away from me, that means I can remove my mask. It also means I won't sound like I'm mumbling all night long. Welcome to the Aquarium's first ever virtual Seafair fundraiser benefiting the Aquarium of the Pacific. My name is Ken Curtis. I've been with the Aquarium as a dive volunteer since 1998, when this was still a construction site. I've been a scuba instructor for over 40 years, and I get to dive all over the world. I'm also an actor, and I spent over 20 years hosting the KCET pledge drives, and I tell you that because I'm used to asking people to donate money, and that's what tonight is all about. Seafair celebrates the important work of the Aquarium, but more critically this year, Seafair raises money to help us recover and grow from the unforeseen temporary closures that we have faced due to COVID-19. We are coming to you live from the Great Hall of the Pacific in the Aquarium of the Pacific to prove that Dodgers Game 7 tomorrow night. If we weren't live, we wouldn't know that. Normally, we have more than 500 of you would be joining us tonight, but due to COVID restrictions, all of our inside areas are still off limits, so we thought we'd do the next best thing and come to you virtually. And for those of you used to attending Seafair in person and enjoying the free food and drink that comes with your attendance, I am pleased to tell you, you get the same free food and drink tonight as well. But it's whatever in your refrigerator or bar. Let me tell you, though, what to expect over the next hour or so, because actually this is both a fundraiser and a TV show that might actually educate you a little bit and give you some insight into things that we do here that may not always be apparent to the general public. Over the course of the evening, you're going to meet some of our most popular aquarium animals. You'll also meet some of the dedicated staff who have never stopped educating, inspiring, connecting, and caring for the animals that call this aquarium home. Here's a fun fact you may not know. 85% of the aquarium's revenue sources come from admissions. So the closure really hits us hard. As a nonprofit organization, we have felt the significant impact of these temporary closures, and that's why tonight we are asking you, our longtime partners, neighbors, supporters, and aquarium family to participate in our live virtual Seafair. You're certainly welcome to just sit back and watch, but we hope you'll be contributing too. Now, if you'd like to start bidding on auction items or make a gift tonight, What you want to do, and you can see the website right down there, visit seafair.org, www.seafair.org, or you can text Seafair, 2 words, to 243-725. You've got to be registered to bid, and if you haven't already done that, you can do it when you land on the website. Here's what you got to do. So the first thing that you want to do to participate in the silent auction is be sure you've signed in to the top right of your screen on your mobile device and have entered in your credit card information. You can find items by using the search bar, and you see some of the items right there. Use the search bar to find a specific item or browse through the categories. Once you find the item that you want to bid on, select it and press bid. To check out if you're the highest bidder or if you've been outbid, select your activity from the menu bar, and if you are outbid, you will automatically receive a text message. If at any point you have a bidding question throughout the night, all you have to do is take a look at the How to Bid tab in the menu, and if you still have a question, send a text to 719-445-1961. Okay, you see that number right down there on the screen as well. There's actually a real live person there who will answer your text and help you find your way. Here's the timing. The silent auction closes at 10 p.m. tonight, so you have just a little under 3 hours to get your bids in. I'm going to be here tonight through the evening, at least through 9 o'clock. We're doing our program till about 8, and then we're going to do auction highlights and bring you up to date on the bids from 8 to 9. And I'll be sharing more ways for you to support the aquarium. And in a few minutes, I will also tell you about a very special, brand new item that we've just added tonight. Here's your hint. Think 8 arms. So don't go anywhere. If you happen to be watching our live stream on Facebook, please do us a favor, click share and get your friends involved, because we hope to reach as many people as possible, and we can do that with your help. We got a lot of help, by the way, this year to make all of this happen. And one person we want to spotlight right now is Esther Chow. We want to thank Esther for her generous sponsorship of tonight's Seafair fundraiser, and without the kindness of Esther and many other sponsors that you'll be hearing from tonight, this event simply would not be possible. And now, in addition to new animals, we have some new faces here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. So let me introduce you to our brand new CEO, Dr. Peter Kariva, who will share a little bit of what you can expect to see in tonight's silent auction. He will also give some insight into the incredible resilience of your aquarium since our temporary closures began in mid-March. Peter right now is up in our tropical reef gallery, so Peter, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Kariva, and I'm the new CEO and president of the Aquarium of Pacific. And I'm here tonight to welcome you to the aquarium's Seafair fundraiser. No surprises, it's virtual, and I hope it's the last time it's virtual. But even saying that, I think we have a pretty cool evening and something pretty special to share with you. Tonight, you're going to be able to meet and see some of our organisms. And our auction is really special. So we're going to be auctioning off things like a digital message from an octopus, from a shark, from an otter. Just think of the fun you can have with that and sort of the impact it can have, those digital messages. I wish I had this opportunity 10 years ago when my son was a teenager. I can't tell you what I would have sent from the shark. It gets better than that. You could come here on site and have a close encounter with one of our iconic organisms. So this is not virtual. You can come and really see the animals up close. Maybe mind meld with them. That is special. And even going one step further, you could bid on and get a really remarkable behind-the-scenes tour of the aquarium. And that is special. I brought some friends here a few weeks ago, shortly after I'd moved, just to, kind of show off the aquarium. And I gave them one of these tours, and I asked them what they thought it was worth. I'm not going to tell you what they thought, but it would kind of blow your mind, because they really realized how priceless it is. And I want to remind you, the aquarium is not closed now. The animals don't know that there's a pandemic going on. So You visit the aquarium in a normal capacity, buy a ticket, go outdoors. You can have a pretty cool experience with your children or grandchildren. I spend most of my day in front of a terminal on Zoom. But when I get down, I come over to the aquarium, get a smoothie, sit outside of the bistro, and just watch the families. And it totally uplifts me. It just changes my spirit. And so the aquarium is one of those few places where COVID is not winning. We are winning. You can have an experience here that is extraordinary, but we need your help. The animals need your help. So I hope you do help us during the auction as best you can. And no matter what, come and visit us. I hope to meet you in person. Until then, take care.
Welcome back to Seafair Central, live from the Great Hall. Go Dodgers, go Aquarium. For us, almost every day is like Game 7 in this COVID time. By the way, we're going to be updating you on a lot of different things, including the cash donations that have come in already. And just a second ago, I have a little monitor in front of me. It was $10,100 is now $10,102. We appreciate the $2. Every dollar does count. But if you go a little higher, that'd be good too. But let's talk about some of the goodies you can get tonight. If you haven't already started bidding on the auction items, or if you'd like to make a gift of a straight donation tonight, $2 or more, visit seafair.org or text Seafair, 2 words, to 243-725. If you have a bidding question anytime tonight, start by looking at the How to Bid tab in the menu. And if that does not answer your question, you can actually text 719-445-1961. You see the number right down there. There's a real person that will answer, and we'll be happy to give you help. We're starting to see some of the bids come in, and you know, as you can see, you can check these as well yourself. We have some incredible items that are ranging in here. You take a good look on wine baskets, and we've got art. We have shark teeth. You see the shark teeth necklaces right there in the middle. Those are terrific, from our very own Shark Lagoon. Claudia Harden designed those. I also want to tell you, I mentioned it just a second ago, I want to tell you about a very special item that we just added tonight, okay? So if you've been perusing the website, you may not have seen this yet. We have just received a new giant Pacific octopus here at the aquarium. We're going to give you the chance to bid for the privilege. There you get a good look at it. There you get the little guy. It's a male, by the way. So this little guy just arrived here 2 days ago. He's the newest member of the aquarium family. And your winning bid tonight for naming rights is fully tax deductible. Now, because this is such a cool thing, it's not going to start the bidding at $10 or anything like that. The bidding starts at $1,500. It is item number 100. You can either find it by doing browse items or go straight to Aquarium Adventures if you want to see it, and that's how you make the bid. One thing to know before you bid is that we have a tradition at the aquarium that our giant Pacific octopus name must start with the letter G. We've already had Gus, G3PO, I think that's pretty clever, Gumball, Grady, and currently Godzilla. I will also let you know my sister is going to be putting in a bid because she wants to name it after my dad, and we may call him George. So that's who you're competing with tonight. Realize, too, we retain the right to approve the name you select, so just be sure to keep that in mind as you place your bid. And let's take a look at some of the things that are going on. Under the Aquarium Adventures, I'm looking at the same website that you can see. I'm doing it on my laptop, obviously, and on a laptop or a desktop, go to the left-hand side, click under Browse Items, and you can choose whatever you want. But under some of the Aquarium Adventures, right now, the Penguin Experience for 5 has a $720 bid on that. Shark Encounter for 4, I get to dive with sharks a lot. It's really, really cool. $770 on that. Here's the one that's really, really going well. There we go. Lunch and the VIP tour for 2 with our vet doctor, Lance Adams, already has a bid of $950. And we have other of the aquarium people you can have lunch with, so take a look at those and get in your best bid. As a reminder, you've got till 10 o'clock tonight to bid on all the items in the silent auction. Now, in addition to the silent auction, we're offering several ways to support the aquarium tonight with a gift. You can click Donate Now at any point to make a fully tax-deductible gift to the aquarium. All proceeds will help us recover and grow from the impacts of COVID-19. And I'm going to add a personal note here as well. I mean, this isn't a flea market. So chances are, if you're watching right now and thinking of bidding, you're probably doing okay. And chances are that you also have an affinity, like I do and a lot of other people that work here, an affinity for the ocean. And much as I want to see you get some really cool item tonight at a great price, I would also personally like to see this aquarium that I love so much get some love from you. And I am hoping that if I ask very nicely, you can find an extra $100 lying around that you can give to the aquarium tonight as a straight donation, as a gift. We've got something like 600 people participating tonight, maybe more. And if each one of you did that, it would mean an extra $60,000 for us, which would go a long way to helping with our cash crunch. And just to show you that I am willing to put my money where my mouth is, this is my $100 bill that I am donating right now. So I hope you will follow suit and donate through the Donate Now tab.
I'll take that. Thanks, Ken.
I guess we needed the money worse than I thought. All right, how about a nice meal? If you're on your mobile device, look for Support Your Aquarium tab. And if you're on a regular computer or laptop, it's called Fund a Feed. Say that 5 times fast. And that's on that left-hand column I mentioned before. However you do it, you can make a fully tax-deductible gift to help us feed our animals, including the sea otters, the penguins, sharks, and more. For as little as $50, you can cover the cost, the entire cost, of feeding the fish in the Honda Blue Cavern right behind me. I get to dive in here and feed them every week. These are ravenous guys behind me. Your $50 will get eaten up very appreciatively and quickly. And think of the impact you can make. If you're looking for early holiday gifts, consider a symbolic adopt an animal. Choose from a sea otter, a penguin, a shark, or a sea turtle. Your adopt an animal purchase will include a plush animal, an aquarium tote bag, adoption certificate as well. And again, it's a fully tax-deductible opportunity to support the aquarium tonight. So it's sponsor time again because they're really important to us as well. You and them, it makes a great partnership. This time we want to recognize the American Honda Motor Company, who's been a partner of the aquarium since we opened in 1998. After that, you're going to be hearing from our staff veterinarian, Dr. Lance Adams, currently holding the record for the high bid for lunch, and his assistant, Julie Barron, about the aquarium's conservation initiatives. That's going to be followed by a few words from our very own Long Beach Mayor, Robert Garcia. Plus, we're going to show you the world premiere of a new illusion created by social media sensation Zach King. A lot of stuff there. So let's get started by hearing from the helpful Honda folks first.
Honda's been a partner of the Aquarium of the Pacific since the very beginning, for more than 20 years. Very early on, we recognized that this was a place where children and families can come together to have fun, first of all, but also to learn to be good stewards of the oceans. And it's evolved into this new aspect of the partnership, Pacific Visions, where we'll really, I think, be able to inspire the next generation of ocean activists and marine biologists.
My name is Dr. Lance Adams. I'm the staff veterinarian at the Aquarium of the Pacific.
My name is Julie Barron. I am one of the vet techs at the Aquarium of the Pacific. I work with the Veterinary Services Department to take care of our in-house animals, and sometimes we're lucky enough to get to work with some rehabilitated animals from the wild.
So today we are releasing a green sea turtle that has been at the aquarium for about a month and a half. It was rescued from the San Gabriel riverbed in the concrete drainage channel that's there, where it was observed by people who obviously thought it was not supposed to be there, and they identified the authorities, in this case NOAA Fisheries, who was then able to call us as a rescue agency to see if we could rehabilitate that turtle.
So we actually had her at the aquarium and had her under our care, fed her, made sure she was healthy, took some samples, and we were able to deem her to be healthy enough to be released today.
We've been taking in sea turtles since about 2000, and in that time I think we've seen about 40 sea turtles.
I think definitely sea turtles are facing issues with global warming. Their habitats are changing, they're losing some food sources.
Green sea turtle populations are either threatened or endangered, mostly by habitat issues and nesting beach destruction from natural factors, or even from human-derived factors like marine debris or trash or fishing gear in the ocean. As a veterinarian who works with wildlife, it's very, very rewarding to be able to get an animal that's had an impact and be able to take that animal and return it back to health.
A sea turtle release is an amazing thing. It's really great that we can be a part of this conservation effort. Every little thing that we do actually makes a difference. Our actions can really help the animals in the wild.
It really touches on everybody's heartstrings to be able to have an animal like this that had a really good potential chance of dying because it was sick and it wasn't in an environment where it should be, to be able to nurse it back to health and then get it thriving again and then able to be released back out into the wild.
Hey, it's Mayor Robert Garcia, and I just want to really emphasize how important the Aquarium of the Pacific is to our community. Here in Long Beach, we love our aquarium. There's so many incredible partnerships. It's not only a place where families attend, where visitors come from all across the country and the world, but it's also a research location where so much great information is being learned, is being shared with students, with families, and where we can all learn about our planet and the dangers of climate change. We're proud of our aquarium, we're proud of all of the exhibits, and we want you to help and continue to support this incredible institution in our community.
Okay, does anybody else's bathtub actually do this? All right, check this out. Isn't that odd? Hey, I'm Zach King, and I hope you will consider supporting the Aquarium of the Pacific. My family and I have been members of the aquarium and believe in supporting its mission. Not only is the aquarium an incredible place to come with your family and friends to see all this amazing marine life and the interactive exhibits and films, but it's an aquarium that's dedicated to education and conservation. And your support allows the aquarium to continue providing top quality care to its animals and continue bringing educational services to your family and the schools. Thank you.
Want to thank everyone who's been placing bids and making donations. If you're interested in the sea otter adoption, it's item number 3. It's $100. Only 5 left. Once they're gone, they're gone. So get in on that one. Remember too, if you can find a spare $100 bill, make a straight donation tonight if you would, or whatever amount is good for you. You know, we can use the money. I'll tell you what, if you make $1 million donation, I'll make sure you get validated parking as well. You can count on me for that. Please continue to keep up the momentum, and remember that all proceeds will directly benefit the Aquarium of the Pacific. A reminder also that even though the indoor areas of the aquarium are off limits, we're in the Great Hall right now, off limits to the general public, we are coming to you live tonight from in front of our Honda Blue Cavern exhibit, and we've got a crew of about 6 people with us as well, and that's the way this has to work, and that's why we have to do it virtually. If you want to check out the auction items we have available, you want to visit seafair.org or text Seafair, 2 words, to 243-725. There you get a good peek at some of the things that are going on. You got a turtle quilt there, the shot of the manta ray. We got a nice shot of the anemone fish, or AKA clownfish. And my favorite, can you go back to that shot for 1 second? I'll stay on that corner shot. It's our 2020 survival kit. It's got all the great things. You can see some wipes in there. There's some toilet paper. There's a bottle of wine, and it looks like a pizza as well. So that's the kind of stuff you need. Go ahead and check everything out there. Some quick looks at our art and photography area. By the way, item 603, which says grouper and boring clams on canvas, it's actually 2. You're going to get 2 prints out of that. $115 right now is the current bid. The manta ray shot that you just saw, which is item number 606, has an $85 bid on that right now. And the clownfish and the anemone that you just saw, item 608, has a $190 bid on it. So that's just some of the stuff in the art and photography area. Be sure to check out all of the new virtual animal experiences as well that we're offering. This includes a chance to Zoom with a penguin or a sea lion, or receive a custom digital message from one of our animals. Now, these make perfect gifts for a holiday, birthday, anniversary, or just a way to bring a smile to someone's face. Be sure to act fast, because these are limited amounts of these exclusive opportunities. And I also want to remind you that we have a variety of fully tax-deductible items available to you tonight, which are all located under the Support Your Aquarium tab on the mobile device. I'm not a tax attorney, but basically, if you go above retail value on any of the auction items, the amount above retail is tax deductible. Make a straight donation, it is 100% tax deductible. And as I mentioned before, you can help us feed the animals. Here's a fun fact. Otters need to eat about 25 to 30% of their body weight every day. It's because they don't have blubber to keep them warm like other marine animals. And that means our otters eat as much as 15 pounds of fresh seafood in one day. If you can donate $250, you'll be feeding a sea otter for one day. Or you can donate $17.50 and feed a sea otter for an entire week. And speaking of sea otters, by the way, only 3 sea otter adoptions are left right now. We've got other feeding opportunities as well. And because we are a classy institution, let's talk art. Now, you may have noticed the unique animal paintings that we have available for purchase tonight. There you see one right there. In fact, they were so popular, many of them sold out even before we went live tonight at 7 o'clock. So the animals decided to grab their paintbrushes. They made some more limited edition metallic prints, especially for tonight. They are now available for bidding. Go check them on out. Again, there you can see one. And each one, when you go on the website to see what's what, there's an explanation of who painted what. Every one of these will come with a framed 5x7 photo of the animal artist. And if you'd like to see how they're created, I'm going to show you that in just a second. Also be hearing from Aquarium board member Charlotte Ginsberg. You're going to meet curator of fish and invertebrates Nate Jaros, who will talk about an exciting opportunity to improve our fish hyperbaric chamber. Now, those of you who are divers like me may be going, what? But yes, fish sometimes need a hyperbaric chamber too. We'll also get an update from the Vice President of Development, Ryan Ashton, and CFO, Anthony Brown. But since sea lions rule, let's start there. So take it away, Parker and Harpo.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Charlotte Ginsberg, and I've had the pleasure of serving our aquarium as a board member and donor for many years. Tonight's event is not only about sharing the many ways in which our aquarium connects us to our natural environment, but it's also about helping the aquarium recover and grow from the impacts of its temporary closure. That's why your support tonight means so much to us. Please consider making donations. In a typical year, the aquarium serves over 150,000 students and teachers who book field trips to give their students an opportunity to engage with our marine science educators and instill a sense of wonder, respect, and stewardship for the Pacific Ocean and its inhabitants. I think of the lines of yellow buses that I've seen parked outside as students prepare for a field trip of a lifetime. This year, the aquarium has adapted to meet the challenges of distance learning and has been a leader in providing educational resources online for our families and students learning from home. As we like to say, our methods may have changed, but our mission remains the same. I'm so proud to be associated with the Aquarium of the Pacific and hope you will join me in supporting its great mission. Thank you to our Seafair sponsors, including U.S. Bank.
Hello, I'm Nate Jaros, Curator of Fish and Invertebrates here at Aquarium of the Pacific. Today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our hyperbaric chamber. This is a device that we built a number of years ago, designed for use in the field to collect deep water organisms. As you can imagine, animals that live in deep water are under a tremendous amount of pressure. And when they're collected and brought to the surface, any gas inside their swim bladder tends to expand. If you remember Boyle's law in physics, if you start with a small amount of gas under pressure and you relieve that pressure, that gas is going to expand. That's the same thing that happens internally with fish, which can cause a lot of damage. So what we have here is a chamber for catching small fish. We can equalize at or near the pressure in which they were collected and then bring them back to the aquarium and gradually release that pressure over a time period that the animal can acclimate. What you see, this big funny contraption on top, is actually a way that we can fish for multiple animals. If we catch one animal and put it into our hyperbaric chamber, which is this structure down below, we want to keep that animal under that pressure. And if we catch another fish, we can depressurize this lock or introductory chamber. And if the fish doesn't want to go down, he can be gently guided down with this device. This can be equalized to the pressure of the chamber. And then we'll have multiple fish in the bottom, and then we can depressurize this and continue to fish. But our veterinarian took advantage of this, Dr. Adams, and started to use this as a treatment vessel. There's a lot of animals in the aquarium that sometimes get injuries that can swell with internal gas, causing discomfort or pain, and we can put them into this chamber, put them under pressure to the point where that gas is minimized. That in combinations with medicines that Dr. Adams can give to those fish, we can accelerate the healing process and minimize any damage that injuries can cause. But what we're asking for tonight is to gain support for upgrading this piece of equipment. This was designed as a field tool. What we'd like to have is a pressure chamber that is designed for use in our aquariums for treating animals, something that can be, a fish can be more easily added to or removed, or that we could add a larger fish to rather than just small fish that fit into this chamber. So we thank you for all your support that you've given, and we would appreciate continued support for Aquarium of the Pacific. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Ryan Ashton, and I hope you have enjoyed tonight's program. You know, throughout this evening, you've been learning about all the different educational programs and animal care initiatives that not only make this aquarium the world-class institution that it is today, but you've also learned about the positive impact and the positive outcome that this organization provides to our shared communities. And it's by supporting your aquarium tonight that you allow us to continue making these impacts and help your aquarium recover and grow from the impacts of COVID-19. Now, with me tonight is the aquarium's Vice President of Finance and CFO, Anthony Brown, who's going to share a little bit with us about how the aquarium has been impacted financially from the temporary closures that we've experienced this year. So, Anthony,
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you all for joining us here tonight at the Aquarium of the Pacific. And it is true, we are experiencing some very tough times economically with the COVID closure. When you think about it, 85% of our revenue is derived from admission and admission-related activity. Whether or not the aquarium is open or closed, we are responsible for our live collection. The food, the life support, the engagement and enrichment of our animals.
Wow, Anthony, thank you so much for summarizing, the challenges that we've been facing. Now, even with those challenges, I know that there have been some successes that we've seen, even within the temporary closure time period. Can you share a little bit of those with us?
Sure. We have had some successes, namely the outdoor open area that we have currently. We've had some great success with attendance. Our retail store and operations has done extremely well, matching the levels of prior year in some weekends. And then also we've had some generous donors that have stepped up and redirect restricted funds towards our operating expenses. That, coupled with a strong fiscal reserves that we had, have really made the difference for us this year.
Now, as we think about this year coming to an end, Anthony, and thinking about what lies ahead in 2021, is there anything that gives you a sense of hope as we think about the new fiscal year?
Yes, I would say the demand that we're seeing just on the outdoor exhibits is evidence that we will and could have a robust 2021. We continue to be pioneers in creating new initiatives, virtual programming for school districts and schools, and also offering encounters that the public can come experience before we open our operations. All that, and having a team that continues to brainstorm and work on ideas for keeping this aquarium relevant, helping us grow, recover and grow, is what gives me hope.
Thank you so much, Anthony, and thanks to all of you that have been engaging with us at home this evening. If you haven't done so already, we would like to encourage you to participate in our silent auction. There's some amazing items in there, from art to jewelry, but my favorites are the unique aquarium experiences that you can only find through Seafair. We also ask that you consider just a general donation to the aquarium, but also serving as ambassadors within your communities, sharing the aquarium stories in hopes of bringing more people to come and visit us as we are able to reopen our doors. Our educational programs, our conservation initiatives, and of course our animals need your support. Thank you so very much, and thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to the Johnny Carson Foundation.
Here's Johnny.
I'm trying to remember 1940.
How did you get this job?
Oh, to hell with it. I don't like that
Because I don't see no marks on me.
Well, I don't see many marks on you either.
Well, I am pretty good.
Yeah.
Rights for the octopus, the bid is $17.50. Cash donations, we're at $10,552. But seriously, thank you for the $2. Hyperbaric chamber is currently at $851. The animal zooms are sold out. We'll bring you up to date on some other things, but again, animal zoom's a good idea. Snooze, you lose. We want to thank everybody who's been placing bids so far, making donations. Remember, we'll be doing live updates till 9 o'clock tonight. So please continue to keep up the momentum, and remember, all proceeds directly benefit the Aquarium of the Pacific. That's us. That's here. So we are here at Seafair Central. We are live inside the Aquarium of the Pacific tonight. To prove to you we are live, Dodgers won 3-1 today, Game 7 tomorrow. And obviously the aquarium, we try to win with you every single day, but again, we need your help to keep doing that. Our indoor areas are still closed to the general public, so that's why we're virtual tonight. Because we can't have you here in the Great Hall. We hope you're enjoying the show, though. If you're just joining us and you want to participate in the silent auction or make a donation, you want to visit www.seafair.org or text Seafair, 2 words, to 243725. You see that right down there at the bottom of the screen. Let's look at what some of the current bids on some of the items are. I'm in the fun and unique category. If you need a good chair, the Good Fit ergonomic task chair right now has a bid of $550. And you get a good view here as we pan across of some of the various items that are available. If you see that turtle quilt that's right there, that is item 208 with a bid of $210 right now. We've got a kids play area rug. If you're looking for a little bit of a deal, item 207, that's $55 right now. And if you need, how about just some chairs and a little table for outside? Item 220, white bistro table and chairs, $145 is the current bid. Bidding goes through 10 o'clock, high bid wins. It's pretty simple stuff. If you're looking for those incredible pieces of art created by our aquarium animals, you want to visit the Aquarium Adventures category. Now, each piece of art comes with a framed photo of the animal artist as a special keepsake. And remember, the silent auction tonight, as I mentioned, closes at 10 o'clock sharp tonight, so keep placing your bids. If you're looking for early holiday gifts, you can also consider a symbolic adopt an animal. You can choose from a sea otter, a penguin, a shark, or a sea turtle. Your adopt an animal purchase includes a plush animal, aquarium tote bag, and adoption certificate, and it's fully tax deductible. It's a great opportunity to support the aquarium tonight. We also can't let the night go by without acknowledging the support of our longtime Seafair restaurants, breweries, wineries, bakeries, and more. If you've never been to the event live, they're normally here. Seafair wouldn't be what it is without these incredible businesses, and as much as we wish we could have been together in the flesh this evening, we will celebrate with them in spirit. So please consider supporting our Seafair partners and know that we look forward to gathering under the blue whale in the Great Hall of the Pacific next year. In the meantime, we want to recognize another sponsor, and that would be the Don Temple Family Charitable Foundation. The aquarium is very fortunate for their longtime support, so again, thank you very much, Don Temple family. Now, coming up next, we have a couple of features for you, a very special visit from the Pacific Pals. Then we'll be meeting Emily Yam, the aquarium science interpretation manager, and we'll learn about some of the ways the aquarium has pivoted to offer unique virtual learning opportunities. You will go behind the scenes with Chris Carr, our life support manager, and you'll meet a member of the aquarium's Teen Climate Council. But before we do all that, I want to slip in thanks to U.S. Bank for their generous sponsorship of tonight's Seafair fundraiser. We are so grateful for their partnership and longtime support of the aquarium. And now, without further ado, Pacific Pals, are you there?
Hello from the Pacific Pals! Thank you for joining us at tonight's Seafair fundraiser benefiting the Aquarium of the Pacific.
Back in March, the Aquarium of the Pacific temporarily closed due to COVID-19. But that didn't stop us from bringing the fun online, straight from our homes to yours. Literally! We filmed it in our living room.
Yeah, we did. With your outstanding viewership, we were able to bring you over 50 episodes of fishy fun with the Daily Bubble. And now, the Pacific Pal Show, which is filmed at the aquarium's awesome on-site studio. We're so excited to be back at the aquarium, but we're really excited to see you again soon.
In the meantime, your support tonight will allow us to continue offering programs such as the Online Academy, virtual all-access series, festivals, and more. And you know, we are so grateful for your generosity and love and want to say a huge thanks from your friends, the Pacific Pals. And Seymour Shark.
Seymour, you are a Pacific Pal.
I don't know. Seymour Shark and the Pacific Pals has a nice ring to it.
Well, as long as we're brainstorming new names.
So if you can just take that and roll with it, that would be great.
After the aquarium closed in March,
The education department pivoted to providing programming that was virtual so that it was accessible to all the families in the new at-home learning situations for a lot of different people. Ever since then, we've been providing free programming every single day, online, and free access to anybody who logs onto our website or can stream our YouTube channel. We've reached communities here in Southern California, and we know that because our learners are able to text in. We also know that we're reaching people in the UK, we're reaching people in India and Indonesia, so we're reaching people all around the world. In total, Aquarium Online Academy and the Pacific Pals Daily Bubble program has reached something like 4,000 hours of viewership total since we closed in March, which is really, really remarkable. I think I worked with some of the best educators in the country and in the industry, and so we're very, very lucky. We really appreciate your continued support so that we're able to continue reaching new audiences, serving our normal audiences, and educating and inspiring young people all over.
Life is different these days, but that's not stopping us from living. Like spending quality time with family, supporting local small businesses, and doing what's right to keep each other safe. At U.S. Bank, we're doing our part to turn words into action. We're committed to investing in diverse communities by increasing grants and capital to support small businesses, housing, and workplace advancement. Together, we can create the momentum for positive change. Learn more at usbank.com/action.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris Carr. I'm the Life Support Manager here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. I've been with the Life Support team here for over 20 years. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what it takes to take care of the animals here at the aquarium. I'm here back in the Life Support system for my favorite exhibit, Tropical Reef. It's over 360,000 gallons, and to take care of all those animals, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Me and the Life Support team are 9 people total, and we're here to take care of the tanks 24 hours a day. We monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot all the problems to make sure everything is optimal for our animals. It's a great team, and I'm really proud to be a part of them. The aquarium really relies on everyone, and especially you, for your help, and we'd like to thank you for your help.
Hello, Seafair. My name is Naomi, and I am a member of the Aquarium of the Pacific Teen Climate Council. We are one of 8 youth teams across the United States who are part of the National Urban Climate Action Network. Our group of 19 creative and hardworking students is committed to combating climate change and promoting sustainability in our communities. Since January 2019, our passionate team of teens has organized sustainable living workshops for the Long Beach community. Participants get a chance to learn about reusable alternatives to single-use plastics and create at-home alternatives to store-bought products. Our goal is to reduce plastic waste while introducing our community to a new, eco-friendly lifestyle. Most recently, we have been increasing our social media presence, planning future youth events, and bringing our workshops online with take-home workshop boxes. In the future, we plan to launch subscription boxes filled with sustainable goodies, virtual workshop activities, and wrapped in environmentally friendly packaging in order to keep our community engaged. We also plan to put out our new and improved website, and eventually put on youth sustainability events when we are able to get back to the aquarium. Throughout our new normal, the Aquarium of the Pacific has added a sense of normalcy and routine to my day. The Teen Climate Council has given me a way to connect and engage with my peers, which I would not have had otherwise. Being a part of such a strong group makes me feel empowered because I know that I am not alone in my fight for the climate. Our work gives me hope during a time in our history when there is very little. Our voices will be heard. People will listen. We are teens turning the tide.
Well, here's what we got right now. The octopus naming rights are still at $17.50, and I happen to know it's not my sister, so I may have to give her a call and make sure she gets her bid in there. Cash donations are up to $11,327, so every little bit helps. And again, remember, that's a fully tax-deductible donation. We're averaging about 250 people watching right now, so that's nice. We know you sort of drop on, drop off. And we have 3 sea turtle adoptions left. That's item number 6. We want to welcome you back to Seafair Central, live here at the Aquarium's Great Hall. I'm Ken Curtis. I'm one of the scuba divers here, and I want to remind you that every penny raised tonight really helps. And if you got an extra hundy laying around, that would make a lovely direct donation. You can make that donation and or bid on items. If you're just joining us now and want to participate, we got all kinds of stuff going on. The silent auction. Let me give you, by the way, a piece of advice about the silent auction. Make your best bid. Don't try to lowball and then go back and make your best bid and try to see what you can do. Helps us, helps you get something really cool. But to do any of these things, www.seafair.org is where you need to be, or text Seafair, 2 words, to 243-725. Now, speaking of the silent auction, let's see where we are on a couple of things. I am in the Support Your Aquarium area. Well, we just said silent auction. Let me go to wine and dine. Here you see some of the items there. How about Paradise Cove Beach Cafe, $100 gift card, currently has a $130 bid. Now again, remember, not a tax guy, but because that bid is over the retail value, 30 bucks of that is tax deductible. Chipotle dinner for 8, currently at $141. A Taste of Long Beach, currently at $190. And one of my favorites, the In-N-Out Burger Basket, 190 bucks is the current bid. So get your bids in, take a look at the items. Again, you've got till 10 o'clock to get those bids in. The direct donations, we're taking those until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But 10 o'clock tonight for all the auction items. We also have another Seafair sponsor we'd like to recognize, and that is Kathy Eckert. She is chairperson of our board of directors, and obviously the aquarium has a special place in her heart. So we thank her very, very much. Again, remind you, we're doing updates through 9 o'clock tonight, but right now there are a few people who actually work here at the aquarium who want to show their appreciation of your participation in tonight's Seafair fundraiser. We know there's a lot of ways that you can choose to spend your Saturday evening, and we are very grateful that you are spending it with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
From Seafair Central live from in front of our Honda Blue Cavern exhibit, I'm Ken Curtis reminding you I will be here till 9 o'clock, giving you auction updates every 10 minutes or so once we get done with the main part of our program here. Let me give you a quick updates now. The octopus bid, as I said, $17.50. Here's the cool thing. Cash donations right now, we're at $12,177. But our total proceeds, so that's all the cash donations, those are the current bids on the silent auction, those are the money raised through anything that you just buy, and the sponsorship contributions, which are also cash stuff, $201,200. I am told we've never done anything like that. Let us not stop there. Let us not rest on laurels. Let's keep going, because again, the whole COVID thing and the closures, it's nice that we have our outdoor areas open, but the fact we can't get you inside obviously impacts our attendance. That impacts our revenue. As we said earlier, 85% of the revenue needed to run this aquarium comes from those daily admissions and memberships and all that kind of stuff. So please remember us and give us whatever works for you. Don't forget the silent auction is closing at 10 o'clock tonight. We are happy to accept your $100. This was my $100, but we're happy to accept that. It's a 100% tax deductible gift, and that's under the Support Your Aquarium tab. That's through 5 o'clock tomorrow. So again, just to be clear, The auction ends tonight in about 2 hours at 10 o'clock, but we'll continue to take donations through 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Please continue placing your auction bids and making donations, as every gift or bid makes a meaningful and lasting impact. And if you're savvy enough to win or purchase an item this evening, you will be contacted sometime tomorrow, yes, Sunday, with instructions as to how you can pick up your items, so be sure to keep an eye out for more information. We also want to again thank our sponsors. We are very fortunate to have the generous support of so many community partners, and at this time I'd like to say a special thanks to all of our Seafair sponsors. Your passion and dedication to the Aquarium of the Pacific means the world to us, and from our staff and the over 12,000 animals that call this aquarium home, we thank you. Take a look at who's been helping. I'm haranguing my sister about making her octopus bid, and yes, I really do have a flip phone. Anyhow, the octopus bid right now is at $1,750. We want to thank again tonight's sponsors, and we want to welcome you back to Seafair Central, live from the off limits to the public, but accessible to the staff, Great Hall of the Pacific. To prove we're live, again, remind you, Game 7 tomorrow, 5:15, right after we close the direct donations. Direct donations till 5 o'clock. 5:15, you can watch the Game 7. I'm Ken Curtis, or as they call me here, Scuba Diver Ken. Well, they call me other things too, but maybe we'll just leave it at Scuba Diver Ken. As I mentioned, I'm going to be giving updates every 10 minutes from 8 to 9 o'clock, but right now I want to share the spotlight with some of your favorite aquarium animals. Did you know that every day you can watch live feeds? Now, when I say a feed, I don't mean that they're eating, although you can see that as well. I mean a television feed. Live feeds of our animals. These include the penguins in the June Keys penguin habitat, both Penguin Beach and underwater, the Queensland grouper and other denizens who inhabit the tropical reef exhibit, as well as the giant sea bass behind me in the Honda Blue Cavern exhibit, and don't forget about the sharks of Shark Lagoon. We have cameras in 6 of our exhibits, and they are live from roughly 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time every single day, so you can visit the aquarium without having to visit the aquarium. Check out all the cams on explore.org. You get a great glimpse of what's happening inside. You see some of the divers sometimes. We even sometimes remember to actually wave at the camera. And what you want to do is look for the thumbnail at the top that says Aquarium of the Pacific. They got a bunch of cameras all over the world, so just scroll around and find the right one. We also want to give a shout out to DJ Crux, who's going to join us shortly. He's going to be giving us some music to get us all the way through 9 o'clock, get us those great tunes to motivate you to donate. And we also want to thank you so much for joining us at tonight's first ever live virtual Seafair fundraiser. We are so grateful for your support, and with your help so far, the total proceeds are over $200,000. We're at $201,600. It is a new record, and every dollar that you contribute now, whether it's to an auction item or a direct donation, is going to make a new record. So please help us. Who knows what it'll be tomorrow afternoon. All proceeds directly benefit the Aquarium of the Pacific and will help us recover and grow from the impacts of COVID-19. Please remember again, here's the timing. Silent auction, about 2 more hours, 10 p.m. sharp tonight, but you still have until tomorrow at 5 o'clock, 15 minutes before game time, to support your aquarium by making a fully tax-deductible gift, purchasing an adopt an animal, or helping to feed our fishy friends. By the way, on a personal note, this operation is not a one-man band. I personally want to thank our production crew here with me from our AV department. Jack Lawson and Kyle Smith are here, plus Rob Conrad and Spencer Rudolph help with the setup and the tape segments. They're under the watchful eye of AV director Derek Balsili. Ryan Ashton is here, not only from our development department, but also he's been my prompter assistant and saving me throughout the evening. And Anitza Valley is over at one of our computers monitoring things. And the lovely Jillian Coring is in charge of all of us and all of Seafair and deserves our sincere thanks for a job well done. I'm Ken Curtis. It has been a blast spending time with you tonight. I'll be back about every 10 minutes with auction updates until 9 o'clock. In the meantime, go Dodgers, and I will hope to see you at the aquarium sometime soon. Welcome back to Seafair Central, and we want to give you some updates on some things. If you go to the part of the tab that says items with no bids, this is where you're going to find the new animal art. We want to show you an example of, I think this is one of the ones the Penguins have done, but what we have available, number 111, 113, 115, 116, 117, 118. Minimum starting bid is $200. Those 6 that I just read off do not have a bid yet. So if you'd like to sneak in and get something for minimum bid, you probably have a pretty good chance. Again, what you want to do is go to seafair.org or text to 243-725. Text Seafair, 2 words. You've got till 10 o'clock to get these bids in. Again, remember, everything that comes in really helps us. Right now, our total proceeds are at $203,000, 203,800, round numbers. Cash donations, 13.5. So everything helps. You got till 8 o'clock for the auction items. You've got till 5 o'clock for straight donations. We appreciate it. In 10 minutes, we're coming back with another update. So watch this. We just had you in our tropical reef exhibit. Let's take you over to our jellies, and you'll have a jelly good time. All right, welcome back to Seafair Central here live at the Aquarium of the Pacific. I'm Ken Curtis. We got lots of great auction stuff going on. Again, remind you, 10 o'clock is the deadline for all the auction items. And let's take a look at some of those that you might have a chance to bid on. Again, the various items are there. If you go browse items, all items, it'll give you an idea. The turtle quilt, you've got the shark teeth there, the manta ray picture, the in and out basket, and of course, as we get over there on the right in a second, you're going to see the 2020 survival kit. So they're coming into your frame on the right. Seafair.org or text Seafair to 243-725. Either one works. Let's take a quick look at some of our aquarium adventures. 102 seals and sea lion encounter for $5, $980 the current bid. Shark encounter for $4, $770 the current bid. That's item 103. The hot ticket is item 101. Penguin encounter for $5 has a current bid of $3,635. Now, you know, we have a number of people who call themselves the penguinistas who love our penguins, and I'm hoping you're in this bidding war to get this fabulous penguin encounter for $5. So you know how to do it. Seafair.org, text Seafair to 243-275. Our cash donations right now, a little over $14,000. Our total proceeds heading towards $210,000. And we also want to remind you, look at item 19. We just added 5 digital messages from Pacific Pals. Those sold out. We're going to add 5 more. We're back in a few minutes with another update for you. We'll do that at 8:30. In the meantime, we'll go back to our tropical reef exhibit and DJ Crux with all the music. Welcome back. Seafair Central here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Around 8:30, you got an hour and a half to get those auction bids in. We want to remind you of something. When you bid on an auction item, you're going to see a thing that says next bid. That's how we're sort of telling you what the increment has to be. You can't just go up by $1. You can go up more than what the suggested next bid is, but that's the way it's going to go. Like I'm looking right now at lunch number 109 with Emily Yam, and it is in at $300, and the next bid on that one is $25 higher, $325. Some of them are less than that, some of them are more, so you can see what's what there. So that's next bid. We want to take a look at two items that are on our table. We've got some shark's teeth necklaces that are available there. They're items number 506 and 507. They are not from the plush shark that you see in front of them, but they are from our exhibit, from our sand tiger shark. Now, lest you think that Claudia Harden, who designed these for us, lest you think Claudia jumps in and rips the teeth out of the shark. No, A, she's not that crazy, and B, sharks have tons of teeth. They are always shedding teeth. They're like a tooth machine. Maybe a dentist's best customer or worst nightmare. I'm not sure which. But anyhow, those are available for bid right now, and you can get in on those again by texting Seafair, 2 words, to 243-725, or just go to www.seafair.org. Get yourself all lined up, and away we go. We will be back in 10 minutes with another update for you. Really, we'll be back at 8:40 with another update for you. And in the meantime, keep the bids on coming. Thank you so much. Welcome back to Seafair Central. I'm Ken Curtis. We are live in the Great Hall of the Pacific here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. And again, you've got till 10 o'clock to get these auction bids in tonight. I had this student one time, a dive student, who she was complaining about everything. And I said, Rachel, you really need to stop whining. And without missing a beat, she went, I don't whine. So I thought we'd talk about wine, but a different kind of wine, maybe the kind of wine you'd actually like to have. We do have a wine and dine section. Let's take a look at what we've got on our table. We got all sorts of stuff. They're in the 400 section. So we have the, I'll never pronounce it correctly. Let's just say number 404 is at $170. Here's a great deal for you. The PRP Wine International Private In-Home Wine Tasting for $12. Socially distance it correctly. That could be really, really cool. It has a bid right now of $85. That's got to be the deal right now. Temecula Olive Oil Company, the Ranch Tour for $4, and I'm sure that includes some wine as well. $180, and you can see the other ones that we have down in there as well. Again, remind you got till 10 o'clock to get those bids in. 5 o'clock if you're going to do just straight donations, but 10 o'clock tonight is when we're closing out all the auction stuff. You can look at www.seafair.org or text Seafair to 243-275. I think I even remembered that number correctly. If I didn't, you're going to send a text to someone who's going to go, what the heck is that? At any rate, we'll be back in another few minutes with another update. In the meantime, let's go back to one of our explore.org cams and show you the beautiful stuff that you can see here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. We are back here live at Seafair Central. I'm looking over some of the items now. We are cash donation-wise just under $15,000. Total proceeds, as I said, approaching $210,000. We thought we'd do a little bit of the health and beauty stuff for just a second here. I mean, here's a good deal. It's item 505, Betty Bright Cleaners. It's a $100 gift certificate. It's only got a $75 bid on it right now. And the next one, remember I told you the increments are sort of set. The next bid would be $85, so you're still coming out $15 ahead. That's item number 505. We talked about the silver shark shark tooth necklace. That's you're going to see that in a second. That's at $260 right now. The gold one is at $190. There they are coming into frame. Again, those are from our big sand tiger shark. He's like 9 feet long. He's very impressive. His teeth look really foreboding, but he's actually, I've been in the exhibit with him a couple of times and taken some pictures, and he's really not as, up close and personal, he's not as fearsome as he would seem from the outside. I wouldn't call him a sweetheart, but you know how it goes. Remind you, you got till 10 o'clock to make all these bids. If you want to do the straight donation, that's till 5 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to do one more update for you at 9 o'clock. So let me remind you, it's www.seafair.org, or you text Seafair to 243-275. And again, as you can see at the bottom there, if you're having any questions, any problems bidding, text 719-445-1961. And we've got a real live person there who will answer your questions and try to help you out. So let's go back to one more look at the explore.org cam, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes. As you take your final peek at our shot there of our little auction table, again, that's not everything that we've got. The best thing to do is go out to the website, www.seafair.org, look on Browse Items, click Show All Items, or you can look at it by category, and that'll do it. I want to let you know the bidding on the naming rights for the giant Pacific octopus, we are now at $22.50. So again, you know, remember, the thing has to begin with the letter G. That's our only requirement on the name there. But want to remind you, the silent auction is closing at 10 p.m. sharp tonight. We're going to end our live updates right now. You've got 1 hour left to go. You're on your own. I'm sure you can handle it. And remember, too, you still have till 5 p.m. tomorrow to support your aquarium by making a fully tax-deductible gift, purchasing an adopt an animal, or helping to feed our fishy friends, the Fund a Feed. And we truly do appreciate the support that we've gotten so far tonight. Don't let up, because it really looks like it's a record-setting night, and we need all the assistance that we can get. I'm Ken Curtis, and I thank you with putting up with me for however long you've been watching. And in the meantime, I will hope to see you at the aquarium sometime soon. Thanks.